Welcome guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jairo, and in this episode I am driving from the airport, Aruba's airport, to the Palm Beach. Let's go. We'll start by arriving first. So if you are arriving back to the airport, this is where you would normally take the road, and there are a lot of roundabouts. And while we are briefly waiting our turn, the ones that are on the roundabout have the right of way. And also, if you are the first time on my channel, my name is Jairo again, and I make Aruba content and occasionally some travel videos. And by the time you are watching this video, maybe you feel like you want to subscribe, please do. And would really appreciate, and it really helps promote my channel in the future, and give this video a like. But without further ado, this is the road that you would take. This first part is where you would go for the US departures. So if you are leaving anywhere to the US, this is where you need to be. This terminal, this first terminal. And then let me double check the camera. Yes, it is still on. So if you are heading to, say, Canada, Netherlands, Holland, South America, and those other places, you would take the second terminal. And the one right here, the blue roof building, that's actually the arrival hall. And to our left, we'll see most offices of the car rentals, but there are some of them that are not situated at the airport, and those you would have to wait for a bus just a little bit further up. So here to the right you will see the car rental buses waiting for you, if that's the case. And the one that I mentioned, that is the second terminal. So part of the idea of this video is to show you how to drive to your hotel, your resort mostly. The one in front right now is the Hyatt Place Airport, and if you are staying there, of course you will not need any type of transportation. It's right there, very convenient. But if not, you will start by taking this left turn to start heading to the hotels. Now, because the road is closed, partially closed still in the Palm Beach area, I am going to take you along the low rise first, and then afterwards the high rise, and avoid part of the closed roads, because in the future, if you are watching this months ahead, then it makes no sense for me to be going around all of the roundabouts. So you would start to see this sign, which I think is very confusing actually. I would take the third one and stick to this lane. It's an easier way to getting out. Certainly not the lane. So take the middle lane, not the one to the right. Otherwise, you will head to San Nicolas. And the one on the left is not wrong. It's not bad. If you are heading first to Oranjestad, that's the preferred lane. But you can still, from the left lane, still drive to Palm Beach. Unfortunately, they haven't changed the signs here. So that's something that I'm kind of like somewhat of a criticism for our fellow. Oh, wait a minute. No, if you get in the left lane, you cannot go to Palm Beach. I stand corrected. But, pardon me. In any case, so take the middle one. Forget everything I said before. We drive it like this usually, because we live here. We don't even look at the signs ever. And so I just realized that the Palm Beach is not there. So most of the time, if you are staying kind of like in the fast lane, like you would do in any other country, you would be staying on the left side, and it should be no problem, so you can continue straight. But these roundabouts are certainly a little bit, let me turn here to the right lane. Not that I'm slow, but I'm not driving too fast. So where was I? With the roundabouts, there are so many of them before you get to your hotel, and there are so many of them on the island. as I mentioned before at the start of this video, anyone on the roundabout has the right of way, so keep that in mind. And you know, the usual driving speed on the Wati Foss Boulevard, which is the one we're driving on right now, is 80 kilometers, but there are some areas that you keep like 60, you start slowing down, like here you start slowing down a little bit. And now you will see that the 8B will continue to Palm Beach, so we'll take that. In this case, I took the right lane just to show you that it is also possible to continue straight. Follow the signs. In any case, that's the way you should go about it. And I hope that this video will help you in a drive from the airport to your resort. It's not very complicated, but I can understand that many of you come to the island and then it's your first time here, everything is new, the type of roads that we have here just feels a little bit different. This road was finished, by the way, in late 2019, so it's kind of a fairly new road still. And if you are taking this, well, you can drive a little bit faster. The old road would have been through Oranjestad, so through the capital. And yeah, some people still like that drive because you get to hang out in the capital a little bit, see what's new, see what's going on. And yeah, it's still a pleasant drive over there. And the differences in minutes are really not that big. So you could take any road actually. But this one is the one that the locals are mostly taking nowadays. And we are approaching more or less, you could say like Cerro Blanco, Cerro Patrici, and this will be like a paperclip roundabout. That's what we call it, or they call it internationally maybe. So the reason why they made one like this is most roundabouts will have 3 exits or 3 areas where you can enter the roundabout. This one has 5. That's the reason that they had to build one like that in this particular area, and it's the only one on the island, I do believe, with 5 exits. The next one will be what do we call here? I don't know the names. Some of the roundabouts have like names, but they're not written on the signs usually, and so locally we have some names for them and things like that. But you know, just that's not very important. Just keep your Palm Beach. Both lanes will continue to Palm Beach to the 8B, etc., etc. And it will also, this video will also give you an idea of how many minutes and how many roundabouts you could start counting them. And let me know by now how many you have counted so far, or how many you will count at the end of the video. That would be maybe a good way to go about it if you're going the right way. But in any case, there aren't too many how do you say it, double lane roads. You could compare it to like a highway. There aren't too many on Aruba, and but this one is one that was planned for many years to circle the city and you know, avoid having so much traffic in the city. And I think it has helped in the capital, but on the outside it's very bumper to bumper, especially during the peak hours of people going to work or heading back home, like say 8, anywhere from 7:30 to 8 to 9 a.m. You can find the roads pretty busy, also during the midday time, etc. The one that we are arriving now is the Roundabout of Pontong. There are 2 of them, but this is like the popular one now. And you will basically just continue straight. That's pretty much what you have to do. And we are heading now, or we're entering now, one of the longest stretches of this boulevard, and one that will also include an overpass or a bridge. And we will start seeing parts of, maybe not the Palm Beach yet, but parts of the low-rise area And from this one, you can see I can see the hospital. You can see part of the city. Maybe if there's a cruise ship in port, you'll see it on your left-hand side, and on your right-hand side, you can see some schools, some neighborhoods, etc. Also, the Aruba Aloe factory is on our right, and the next one. My excuses for not knowing the names exactly, but we will again continue straight, nothing fancy. Watch out with the very close railing that they have built on this road. I never really liked the way they did it. These, while double lane, they're very, very narrow. I don't know why they build it that way. It seems like I'm surprised cars haven't, hit them yet or scratched your car in that area. There's basically no room for error. And so this is yet another roundabout. And wow. Yeah, if you haven't been to Aruba, that's something that might surprise you, that we have like quad racers, ATV, UTV, all of those vehicles will just drive on the roads, and it's completely legal. And those tours also will start from a certain area. Briefly, on our right, we had like the go-kart area. This is also like the free zone, although it has been changing the last couple of years. On our left, coming up, is the Lingenssons, which is the one of the large supermarkets that we have. And so when the cars are coming, we just wait for them to go by, and then we'll get on the roundabout pretty much. And so we have one more roundabout to go before we actually get to the start of the low-rise hotels. The upcoming roundabout is certainly one of the most beautiful ones, with a water feature, water fountain and everything, and the Aruba logo, etc. You can also take a look, like right here, I would have to change the lane. If you see the arrows on the road, you can realize that if you want to keep going straight, I have to be on the left lane this time. So pay attention both to the arrows and the signs. They will help you, and drive a little bit slower. So we'll exit here and start seeing the DV Dutch Village, which is the one. So this is the start of the low-rise area. Yeah, so follow those signs, drive slowly. Don't care to drive too fast initially until you get used to the system. And we also have a lot of these speed bumps. And we have the Central Bank is right here on our right, by the way, in case you're wondering about those things. And then you'll have coming up the Tamarijn Resort, the very, very popular and already old resort. Old not being bad, being actually good, and such. I will mention briefly as we go along this road a little bit the hotels that we are passing. So on our right will be the DV Village Golf, right? We'll get the name up ahead, the official name, but this is where the golf one, and we'll have the DV Beach on our left. And again, if you are enjoying and think that this video has been very informative, yeah, the DV Village Golf was the entrance is here. The links also, and the windows on Aruba, if you're looking for some of those places. The Windows of Aruba is a restaurant that they have here, by the way, or there, by the way. Coming up to our left, we have, let's see, so we have the DV Resort, we have the Casa del Mar, we have the, I'm gonna forget a few, but the Aruba Beach Club, the Manchego, the Bukuti and Tare. You would have to take somewhat of a left here. So you would have to go right there. In our case, we're going to continue straight, but that's where you would have to go. And then, yeah, on the right, the hospital. If you are thinking this video is very useful for you, give it a like, and check out my other content. I have so many other videos related to Aruba. If you are unaware of that, that's my main content. And so here on our left, we will have the Costa Linda Beach Resort. There's also a bus service that rides from most areas of Aruba to the hotel area. Taking a public transportation bus from the airport is not very common. It's not very easy. It is possible, certainly, but it's not very recommended. So either you take a bus service, a tour bus service, that for a fee they'll bring you to this area, or just take a taxi or your rental car, of course, if you're driving. Those are also some of the options. Now here on our right, we have the La Quinta, we have the Oceana, which is new, and on our left we have the Eagle Beach, which is a fairly long stretch of beautiful beach. You must visit the Eagle Beach before you go, especially if it's your first time here. Make sure that you have that in part of your schedule. It's a must. It is. So I was probably confused. The Oceana is coming up to our right, and the O was the one before. I'm not very familiar with the names of all of these, like apartment buildings and condominiums and all of those, that they have different names. And driving on Aruba normally is very simple. Normally we don't drive too fast. We don't go like 55 miles an hour and things like that. And most signs are in kilometers. Take that into account. So don't be driving 80 miles an hour on the road. We do use mostly the European system or international system, maybe. The Paradise Beach Villas on our right. And then we'll have the La Cabana and also the Amsterdam Manor directly on the road. And on the inside, you can also find, the Eagle Resort, I do believe, the one behind the La Cabana, and some restaurants in this area, also some bars. And beautiful day, by the way, beautiful day again here in Aruba. We're gonna wait for these folks to cross the road with the kids. And so we have one of those vehicles just in front of us also waving. That's typical here, that we will wave for the tourists especially, and that's a fun thing to do. Since I'm a child, you get accustomed to doing that, and that's something very nice. Now, if you are looking for the 443 at the Palm Beach, maybe you want to swim there, maybe you want to take some photos, that's like right here in front of the Amsterdam Manor. I do get that question fairly a lot. You could not really miss it even from the road. They are situated right here, and it's fairly easy to find as long as you can find the Eagle Beach. Now we'll continue to Palm Beach now, and we'll continue on this road. We are not anymore, of course, on the double lane road, and not anymore on the Wadi Vos Boulevard. So that we stop where the last roundabout with the water feature. That's where the Wadi Vos Boulevard actually ends. And on our right, we'll have, although we won't see it, we'll have the Bubali Plaza, which is like a bird sanctuary, and also a lot of condominiums coming up here on our right. And on our left, even though we might not be able to fully see it, but there is a path where you can walk or ride your bike or do your running in the morning, for example. We have that running now from all the way from basically almost from the airport all the way to the hotel, but mainly also from the low-rise hotels to the Palm Beach hotels. So that's that. Infinity Infinity Restaurant is also situated here. That's gotten popular, and been trying to feature a few more restaurants lately, but it's not the easiest things to vlog about. Now here on our right, even though we're already somewhat passing it, but that's going to be the Embassy Suites. So if you are planning in staying here in the future, this is where you will have to be. And it's as you can kind of like see, we're already on the Palm Beach side, but this one is not situated directly on the beach. It's just, you will just have to cross the road and you'll find the beach right in front. We do expect still some changes to take place, but with due time we'll do an update video about it. On our left we had the DV Phoenix, and here we'll have one large hotel after the other. The Butterfly Farm was is here on our right, and also a new hotel being built in between the DV Phoenix and the Rio, which is this first tower coming up. And this hotel is going to be pretty big as well. I believe it from everything I read online and things like that. So they are saying that it's going to be the St. Regis, and that should be interesting. We're not going to go into debating if we're agreeing with it or not right now. That's not what this video is all about. And here on our right, you can actually see part of the bird sanctuary. You can probably not see it anymore, but you can see the water. You can see the sometimes you can see some ducks. Do I see one there? I do, actually do. And there are a lot of turtles also. I do have videos of this area, so keep that in mind. The one in front of us is the Courtyard Marriott. So if you are heading there, you would have to take a turn where we just turned left. And we are now on the Palm Beach Road, the main Palm Beach Road for, like the high-rise hotels. And this other tower is also the Rio. Make sure that which one you are staying at, because there are two. They're the adult only, and there is the family one. I do believe the family one is this other one, which we kind of call it the old one now. And but they do have the names, of course. And let's see. So, and then coming up here on our left is the Aruba Hilton Resort. All right. And on our right, we'll start seeing quite a few restaurants, and some of them are bars, nightclubs, some souvenir shops, etc. So at night it gets really busy, but during the day it's mostly quiet, mostly hot. Everybody is at the beach, or just touring the island, or just relaxing somewhere. All right. So at night it definitely gets really, really busy. On our left now, although you don't see it, it's the Barcelo, which is also an all-inclusive. Barcelo Aruba. And coming up now is also the Aruba Hyatt. So Aruba has two Hyatt hotels. This is the Hyatt Regency, and the one at the airport. Do you still remember which one it was? Yes, it was the Hyatt Place. And then we have the Playa Linda, which is coming up just about next, where this truck is taking a left, more or less. And the last one for this road, at least, is going to be the Holiday Inn Resort. And as you can see over on this side, there are also many shops and restaurants, Smokey Joe's, for example, and many other. One to note out is that the TGI Fridays, and maybe you're not coming to eat there here in Aruba, but if you are, it's changing location. It's going to be here on the second floor now, and I'm not sure what's going to be on the inside, but some changes taking place again, and that's something that's been happening a lot, and I've been mentioning it a lot. lately. So this road will automatically start taking a brief right turn, and we'll have the Radisson Blue, which is the building, the one coming up, beige with like blue aqua windows. That's the Radisson Blue. You would have to take a left here. And on our right, by the way, we just passed the Paseo Herencia, and this on our right is Paseo Herencia is like a somewhat of a shopping mall with some restaurants and things like that, the water show. And the one we just crossed now was the let's see, so that's the Palm Beach Plaza. Lately, I have to admit that a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants, a lot of things have closed there. The cinema has. So, I mean, if you're still, want to check things out, sure, try to go there and try to support. But I don't know for sure what's still there. It's sad to see so many of these places closing down. Up ahead, we're waiting for this group of off-roading group to pass, and we are taking a left turn now. And we did like a turn, like we crossed around the, how would you call it? We crossed around the old Sasaki Road, or also Nelson Audibert Boulevard, which it was renamed to. And here we are heading to the Marriott hotels, and also, last but not least, the Ritz-Carlton. We'll have to always be a little bit careful on this side. It's always like a little bit tricky to get out. So we'll try right here. And yeah. And so this is the road you will continue also if you're planning to go, say, to the Tres Trapi Beach, Boca Catalina Beach, Arashi Beach, the Lighthouse, Malmoc Beach, all of them. This would be the road that you would take. And it's another like 5 to 8 minutes drive, leisurely drive at least. It's a very nice drive also, even if you're not swimming there or you're not gonna get out of the car even. Take this drive. It's a pretty nice drive along the beach and along the water. And some folks also like to walk here and for the sunset, for example. That's very nice. We just crossed basically all of the Marriott properties. There are 3 of them, and this yellow one is the Ritz-Carlton. I will be, let's see, so yeah, this yellow one is the Ritz-Carlton, and I'll be taking you to the Fisherman's Hut to finish this drive and be able to sign off in just a bit. By the way, just in front and just after the Ritz-Carlton, just here on our right, you will see a hut. That's where, if you are jumping with a parachute, or if you're interested in doing so, this is where they would land. So if you are, for example, taking someone and you have to wait for them or something like that, that's where you would have to come back and wait for them. Now, where you do the reservation for that, I'm not sure, but check it online. It's not something that I kind of like even plan to doing in the future. I don't think so. I'm not very fond of doing such things, quite frankly, but basically that is that. I hope you have liked this video, and I hope that it has been very, very interesting for you guys. For me, it's been a pleasant drive always, and to finish here at the beach is even more pleasant, and enjoying the view even from my car. This is where most of the boats, the water sports boats, they will put their boats in the water, by the way. And the 2 places, the 2 yellow buildings that we saw, like that, I wouldn't call them a house, but it's like a hut, right? That's what is the Fisherman's Hut. And there used to be, I do believe there used to be a few more of them in the past, I do believe. And on our right is also where you would learn to windsurf, kitesurf, and such sports. I won't keep you any longer, guys, but remember again to subscribe, like, comment. It means a lot when you do that for me and for my channel, and then for it to continue to grow and for other people to continue finding my channel. Thank you so much. See you next week, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.